Welcome to our guide on the top 10 must-visit places in Paris. Liz Lemon once said, "I want to go to there." And by there, she meant Paris. Because Paris is where dreams are made of, croissants are always fresh, and berets are somehow not embarrassing. Over the next 10 minutes, we're going to be your baguette-wielding, French-braided tour guides through the City of Lights. We'll hit up the biggies, the ones you see on postcards and dream about after a particularly rough day at work. So grab your best Emily in Paris-inspired outfit, practice your bonjour, and get ready for a whirlwind romance with the most romantic city in the world. Let's explore the City of Light together. First up, the Eiffel Tower. You know it, you hopefully don't hate it, it's iconic. Standing tall like a really pointy metal baguette, this Iron Lady is a must-see. Now you have options. You can take the stairs, which is great for your glutes and your Instagram story, or you can be normal and take the elevator. No judgment here. Once you're at the top, get ready for some breathtaking views of the city. Seriously, it's like looking out over a sea of croissants and charming rooftops. And if you're feeling fancy, you can even grab a bite to eat at one of the tower's restaurants. Just, maybe skip the escargot. Trust me on that one. Next up, we're hitting the Louvre, which is basically a giant art party in a former palace. And the guest list? Oh, just some of the most famous artists of all time. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Rembrandt. You know, casual. Of course, you can't go to the Louvre without saying bonjour to Mona Lisa. She's smaller than you think, but don't let that fool you. She's got a lot of personality. And while you're there, don't miss the Venus de Milo. She's missing some arms, but trust me, she's still rocking it. Seriously, you could spend days in this place and still not see everything. So wear comfortable shoes, pack a snack, and get ready to soak up some culture. Okay, time for a little history lesson, but like the cool kind. We're talking about Notre Dame Cathedral, a Gothic masterpiece that's been through a lot, but still stands tall. Get ready to be amazed by the intricate architecture, the stained glass windows that will take your breath away, and the sheer size of this place. It's seriously awe-inspiring. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even climb to the top of the towers for some killer views of the city. Just, maybe skip the gargoyles. They're not as friendly as they look. But seriously, Notre Dame is a must-see for any visitor to Paris. It's a reminder of the city's rich history and enduring spirit. Get your wallets ready, because we're hitting the Champs-Élysées, aka shopping paradise. This grand avenue is lined with everything from high-end boutiques to charming cafes. But the real star of the show is the Arc de Triomphe, standing triumphantly, get it, at the end of the avenue. You can actually go inside and climb to the top for some pretty epic views. And while you're up there, take a moment to appreciate the history of this place. It was built to commemorate France's victories in battle, which is pretty hardcore. So whether you're in the mood for some retail therapy or a history lesson, the Champs-Élysées and Arc de Triomphe are a must-see. Next up, we're heading to Montmartre, the artsy bohemian heart of Paris. And perched atop the highest hill in the city sits the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, a beautiful white basilica that's as peaceful as it is impressive. Inside, you'll find stunning mosaics, a serene atmosphere, and a sense of history that's palpable. And don't forget to check out the view from the top of the dome. It's one of the best in Paris. But Montmartre is more than just the Sacré-Cœur. Wander the charming streets, stumble upon hidden squares, and soak up the artistic atmosphere. And if you're feeling peckish, grab a crepe from a street vendor. It's the perfect Parisian snack. Okay, time for a field trip. We're hopping on a train and heading to the Palace of Versailles, the former home of French royalty, and a place so opulent, it makes Liberace look like a minimalist. We're talking sprawling gardens, gilded everything, and the infamous Hall of Mirrors, where you can literally see yourself reflected in history. And if you think the palace is impressive, wait until you see the gardens. They're like something out of a fairy tale, complete with fountains, sculptures, and perfectly manicured lawns. So put on your fanciest tiara, grab a macaron or three, and prepare to be transported back to the days of French royalty. Calling all art lovers, our next stop is the Musée d'Orsay, a former train station that's been transformed into a stunning art museum. And the best part? It's home to one of the largest collections of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art in the world. We're talking Monet, Renoir, Degas, Van Gogh. The gang's all here. You'll be mesmerized by the brushstrokes, the play of light, and the sheer beauty of these masterpieces. So take your time, wander the galleries, and let yourself get lost in the world of Impressionism. It's an experience you won't soon forget. All aboard! We're setting sail on the Seine River for a unique and romantic way to experience Paris. As you glide along the water, you'll see some of the city's most iconic landmarks from a whole new perspective. The Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, the Louvre, they all look even more magical from the water. And if you're feeling extra, you can even opt for a dinner cruise. Just imagine, delicious food, stunning views, and the gentle rocking of the boat. It's the perfect recipe for a romantic evening. So grab your sweetheart, your camera, and maybe a beret for good measure, and get ready for an unforgettable cruise on the Seine. Need a break from all the sightseeing? We hear you. That's why we're taking a little detour to the Luxembourg Gardens, a peaceful oasis in the heart of Paris. We're talking lush greenery, colorful flowers, serene fountains, and even a charming pond where you can rent a boat and pretend you're in a French film. Pack a picnic, grab a baguette and some cheese from a local shop, and find a shady spot under a tree. It's the perfect way to relax and recharge before your next Parisian adventure. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a puppet show or a game of pétanque. It's the little things, you know? We're ending our Parisian adventure in Montmartre, the neighborhood that's like a little village within the city. This is where you'll find charming cafes, quirky shops, and the famous Place du Tertre, where artists set up their easels and paint portraits of tourists. Wander the cobblestone streets, discover hidden courtyards, and soak up the bohemian atmosphere. And don't forget to stop by the Vineyard of Montmartre. Yes, you read that right. A vineyard in Paris. It's small, but it's a fun little reminder that even in the heart of the city, you can find a touch of the countryside. Well, there you have it. Our whirlwind tour of the top 10 must-visit places in Paris. We hope you enjoyed the journey and that we've inspired you to book your own Parisian adventure. Remember, Paris is a city best experienced with all your senses. So eat the croissants, drink the wine, and soak up the je ne sais quoi that makes this city so special. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Paris's top attractions. We hope you have a wonderful time exploring these incredible places. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel guides.